Hi, everyone. Dr. Patricia Lopez here. Yesterday was World Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day, June 1st, 2021. This has been going on for 5 years now. It is a National Awareness Day, and it's becoming a global extension, really. I took the day off yesterday to be able to be present with the summit taking place by WNAAD. And I am so happy that I did that. I was able to really just pay attention, write notes, and so forth, and not have to be distracted with other things. One being, of course, my full-time job, primarily that for the most part. But I just really wanted to be present with this. This is very important for me to help extend awareness to the public in regards to this public health issue within relational dynamics that is taking place. This is a public health issue taking place in relational dynamics. More so between, of course, between men and women, but more so the man being the narcissist or the man that has the strong narcissistic traits. And again, let me repeat, the man doesn't have to have full-blown narcissistic personality disorder. Most of them don't go to get diagnosed. Most of them don't go to see a counselor. 1 in 7 that have been diagnosed is the actual statistic out there. However, many of them do not go to counseling and they do not get diagnosed. And the ones that get diagnosed, pretty much across the board within the clinical setting are the ones that, according to the DSM-5, has to have 5 out of the 9 traits. 5 out of the 9 traits. For it to be harmful towards the person that the abuse is targeting, they don't need to have 5 of the traits. They can just have 1 or 2 or 2 plus, or whatever the case may be. It is still harmful for the person that is being directed towards. Okay. I want to talk about power. But I want to talk about power when it comes to knowledge, gaining education. I want to extend awareness in regards to narcissistic abuse. And I take it so seriously that I took the day off from work yesterday to record all of the sessions that I will share with you on this YouTube channel in the next few weeks to come. I have a listing here of all of the sessions that took place, the names of the authors that spoke, amazing experts in the fields. I've learned so much yesterday. After doing so much research on my own, I've learned so much more yesterday. I'm so appreciative of these experts in the field that have come forth to raise awareness and education. I want to talk about education. I truly, truly, truly believe that education is very, very powerful. You can't prevent what you don't know. You cannot prevent what you don't know. Let me put this in an example of, let's say, you have diabetes. It's full-blown diabetes, okay? Your blood sugar levels are, out of control, 10 plus, okay, 11, 12. You might be on a lot of insulins and a lot of other types of medications, including metformin. You may be dealing with other chronic conditions, which actually makes the diabetes way more complicated. You may be suffering from some sort of blood sugar imbalances, not being able to get the right dose of your insulin to work well with your body. Your nutrition is completely off. You don't know what to eat anymore. You eat one thing, it lowers your blood sugar levels, you feel like crap. You eat something else, it'll escalate your blood sugar, so you feel like crap. You can't exercise anymore. You're gaining weight. You're possibly suffering from some type of diabetic retinopathy, which is the illness within the eyes that is associated with diabetes. You might be dealing with some numbness in the hands, in the feet. God forbid, any amputations have taken place already, or you're at risk for amputations. You may have a heart condition that's related to the diabetes now and making it more complicated for you. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. I worked as an outpatient health educator in a clinic for 4 years, and this was my common patient. They came to me basically when in my opinion, it was too late. But whatever type of education I can present to them, teach them, help them understand, support them through, I did it. I did it because I wanted them to be healthier. I wanted them to be empowered through knowledge. I wanted them to be healthy. I wanted them to be happier. I wanted to see them strive. That gives purpose to me being a health educator. And so at times it was too late. They were too, they were too far along. And I don't think anything is too far along, because I completely believe in, if there's a will, there's a way. But for the common average person with diabetes, the knowledge that I wanted to share with them was too late. Unfortunately, that's mainly, on average what I saw. I'm not saying everybody, but on average, it's what I saw. Now, knowledge is powerful. You cannot prevent what you don't know, okay? I want to talk a little bit about the, what is it called? Oh, the image presentation, the thumbnail that I'm going to connect to this video for the YouTube channel. And I didn't create the image. The image was created by World Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day, the organization. But when I saw that online, I was like, I love this. I love this image, because it's a whole bunch of little superheroes, and they're, basically promoting WNAAD Day. And it said there, knowledge is power. I wish I could bring my vision board down, because I have something, a little card that I actually take up to my vision board. And it says, education equals freedom. I got that card when I went to Institute for Integrative Nutrition. Back in 2005, I became a certified holistic health counselor. And this was an integrative nutrition school. I don't want to divert from my message a little bit too much, but I got that card that says education equals freedom. And I have to say, my testimony is based on the knowledge that education has had and continues to have in my life. Knowledge is powerful. So this thumbnail that I'm going to use has little superpowers, superheroes, right? With superpowers. Sorry about that. And they are just standing there, just like, you know, with their superhero stand. And it says something along the lines of knowledge is power. And I was like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. My favorite superhero is Wonder Woman. I love me some Wonder Woman. I dressed up like her twice already during Halloween. And yes, some Christians do not, you know, partake in that. I don't partake in extreme Halloween things, but I have 2 grandbabies and they like to go out and trick or treat and get chocolates and, you know, dress up and so forth. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay to do. But I'm not going to divert the conversation right now to that. But I used to, when I was a little girl, I used to watch Wonder Woman. And I thought I was Wonder Woman. I'm sure many of you can identify with me, with your own superhero of choice. And I used to spin around. I would spin around, spin around, spin around, spin around. Wait until I turned into Wonder Woman. And, you know, I grew up doing that. Obviously, I never turned into Wonder Woman. I think God has given me a Wonder Woman spirit. So on a spiritual basis, I can see myself being a Wonder Woman. But at some points of your life, you're spinning around thinking you're going to turn into Wonder Woman. And all you're noticing is after all that spinning, you're just getting dizzy. I was like, I'm spinning my wheels in my marriage, and I was getting dizzy. I was not well. I was getting really sick. And I had to stop spinning, okay, and put on my thinking cap. And in order for my thinking cap to work, I needed information. I needed education. And so I delved into a lot of research after I had met with my clinical psychologist for 2 months. After she told me, Patricia, I know you came to see me because you felt like you were going crazy. However, you just don't like gray areas. You're very black and white. And a lot of people are, and that's okay. But I believe that your husband at the time either has NPD, meaning narcissistic personality disorder. And she's like, I'm not going to go there because I'm not treating him, I'm treating you, and I can't diagnose him. But based on what you are telling me, okay, as to the dynamics of the relationship, now that you've been separated from him for a while, I think you are dealing with someone that has at least a few narcissistic traits. And I was like, what? Like, what's that? And she told me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what? And I went to town And when I say town, I went to town when it came to doing my research. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm not a genius. I'm not brilliant. I think I'm pretty smart and pretty intelligent, but I went to an Ivy League school and they taught me how to do research. And so I went to town when it came to research to find out everything I could about narcissistic traits, narcissism, men in narcissism, Christianity connected to narcissism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And boy, oh boy, I was like, wow. And that's where my journey began, on where it led me to be here with you today. And who knows where it's going, you know, in the next several months, in the next couple of years. I delved into a whole long journey of understanding why this happened to me, why I was a common denominator in certain type of toxic, narcissistically traded relationships. I delved into some childhood trauma that I needed to confront, to heal from, to be aware of, to be conscious of. I realized that I was brought up in a dysfunctional household that had a mother as an empath, but uneducated, and unidentified, an unself-identified empath. And my older brother and my dad had narcissistic traits themselves. And I'm gonna go into explaining more of this in my book. However, for the purposes of this video, education is power. Knowledge is powerful. Let's not go through living life without knowing what has happened to us about our childhood, what makes us tick or what makes us talk. Let's not pass our lives, you know, through without knowing what things have happened in the past that has affected us and impacted us, to the point of even making ourselves, not the situations, the traumas, the events, the circumstances that has happened, has really made a lot of us, you know, into unwell individuals, unhealthy people. Let me say that I was one of those unhealthy people. And I am so grateful and so thankful for my job as a health educator, that I continue to strive to be healthy myself first and foremost, so I can be healthy and healthier unto others. I take that oath of my profession very, very seriously. I'm not perfect, I'm human, but boy, oh boy, do I try my best. So with that said, watch the videos that I'm going to be posting in the next several weeks. I have several of them. I have about, if not 11 or 12. I'm going to try my best to start with the most important ones. I mean, they're all important across the board, but I'm going to post them and be on the lookout for them. I'll give a brief summary in the beginning about what the session that I recorded entails for the most part, what maybe some points that I want to interject in there as to my experience, if not my personal experience, what I've read, what I've learned about what the subject matter is specifically, and I will play the pre-recorded video. Mind you, that is not available anymore for free. The day to register and be present for all of the videos taking place from pretty much, I think, 11 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So I think early this morning, 8 a.m. Today, June 2nd, Eastern Standard Time. They're not available anymore for free. Now you have to pay. I pre-recorded all of them because I want to extend that awareness. And part of my channel, a big part of my channel, is to talk about the unhealthy relationships that are taking place between men and women caused by narcissistic abuse. I talk about a lot about being an empath and how empaths are attracted to this particular type of pathological profile of in a man, and why it happens and so forth. That's all coming, in the next several videos. As I continue to understand that these relational dynamics and to a deeper level, I will share. So please, 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 when you watch my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Okay? Don't be one of those people, that just watch the videos, I'm doing this for free. I'm taking time out of my schedule to do this. There's so many other things I could be doing. This is important to me. And if you're watching my videos, I'm assuming it's important to you to receive the information. Please click subscribe. Help me build on this. Help me gain back monetarily, by helping me get to 1,000 subscribers, because that's when we start, YouTubers start making some money. And I'm at what? Under 30 subscribers right now. I have a long way to go. Okay. Help me do this. I really, really appreciate, as I help you, please help me. And so with that said, use your superpower. You have a human being-based superpower, which is using your brain in order to take in information and education and empower yourself, because education equals freedom. And if you're in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, you need freedom from men. You need to be free, because there's a whole other person that you still don't know about yourself on the other side. And you can have freedom, and you can have an amazing life. But you got to become educated first in order to become free. Thanks, guys. Talk to you guys soon. God bless you. Take care.